Bloke here, how you go? Today, going to be working on this Chinese elm. It's ready for its first spring prune. Got a few weeds here I've got to pull out as well. But mainly just focus on the prune. I'll show you two. We had a 45, got to 45.3 in the shade, Celsius that is, the other day. And it was only 24 degrees each side of the heat wave. And I just want to show you how crazy it was. But anyway, a couple of trees got burnt, but on the whole I saved most of them. And I'll just take you to some of that footage now. Good night. Just showing you outside here. Bloody hot, 44 degrees. And about 30 knots of wind because it's really dry and wind. It's like having the freaking air blower in your hair. And that's what the plants have got to put up with. I'll just show you around. Okay, I was yelling because the microphone was facing the wrong way, but basically we got 40 knots of wind at times coming through here, 30 to 40. You can see everything blowing around, and it's a really, hot, dry, 44 degree heat. So I'm here watering every hour on the hour. It's the only way I can keep them alive. I've got nothing above them. Direct sun. So every hour I'm having to water them by hand, just spray them down, wet them down. So far so good. No wilting, but a bit of work. But I've come up with this bit of a jerry rig that I've set up. I'm getting wet right now. I'll just show you what it is. Just bring it around here. Okay, the wind's blowing that hard that we're dry down here. This is all dry, but up here I got the hose there. I don't know if you can see it, but I got it on mist, spraying up in the air. It's going over my head here, then landing hopefully all over these trees here. Leo, don't you go looking for snakes. So yeah, it's landing all over here. If I stand here, I'm actually getting wet. So it is actually starting to cool it down a bit more here now. It feels probably at least 5 to 10 degrees, maybe 10 degrees cooler here now, just from that mist up there. Bit of mist just got me then, beautiful. So that's getting, well, you can even feel it out here on these plants over here. I'm even getting it right from here, getting that mist. You can see my arm. So I reckon I'm going to leave that up for the whole afternoon and just let it go. But I'm going to have to also do a little bit of hand watering around here where we're not going to get much mist. And hopefully they survive the day. So yeah, we've just got a real hot day just out of the blue. That's a bloody bastard. Anyway, feels a lot better now, so I'm going to leave that up. No worries. Cheers. And I'll catch you back in the shed. Bloody beauty. Okay, as you can see, it was bloody hot. Absolutely crazy, out of the blue. November, hottest November day ever for, well, for Murray Bridge. Maybe even all over South Australia. I was going to show you, there was all, oh here we go, no there's still one here. This tree was covered in light brown apple moth, caterpillar larvae. I just want to show you one here. Oh damn it, I dropped it. Sam, you idiot. Damn here. Get here, you little cheeky bugger. Okay, so that's one of the larvae. Best thing for them is to be squashed. Bye bye, mate. There goes you little sucker. Anyway, what they do is they curl up all the fresh growing tips. They like to get into the fresh tips. They curl them all up and really mutilate them. I'll show you here what they do. Okay, see how mutilated that is? That's light brown apple moth getting in there, and eating all the new shoots up. They curl them up in a web, curl them all inside, then they live in there, so they're very hard to spray. If you do have to spray them, because they get too bad, I'll just show you a spray that I use for them. I've still got the container left, which appears maybe I don't. I'm looking hard, but man, the only time I'm organised enough to put something in the bin is the time I needed to show you. That's ridiculous. So I can't find it. I'm looking in the bin. No. Anyway, it's made by Yates. Pretty sure it's made by Yates. It comes in a yellow concentrated packet or bottle in liquid form. Mix it up to the directions, and it's called Success Ultra. And that's a fairly safe thing to use. It's translaminate, which means it gets through to the other side of the leaf, which means it'll kill them. But on this tree, they just spray it on as per directions for ornamental trees. Anyway, but this tree has enough growth on it now that it needs cutting back anyway, so it'll get rid of all those apple moss and stuff. Anyway, so I'm well organised here. I don't even have my snips, I'll have to go get them. I'll give you a spin of the tree on Adrian's turntable. I'll give you a spin and I'll come back in a sec. You'll be able to see the whole thing. I'll try and make it back before it stops spinning. That's how good his turntables are. Almost. Not quite. Didn't quite make it. Maybe if I gave it a bit of lube, a bit of WD-40, it might have made it. Anyway, so you can see the growth. This one here is back branch, which I'm growing out. So I'm not going to cut that one at all. Might just cut some of the bad tips off where the apple moth got in. And then it can reshoot on a healthier shoot to help fatten it all up. So I'll cut it back to where there's a really healthy one, like here, and then that'll really take off. And I won't try and repair the damage that the apple moth's done. So basically what I'm going to do here, the plum that I had, I cut it back to 2 nodes everywhere and made sure I picked only 2 shoots. So I just cut it back 2 nodes, 2 shoots, that devil's plum. But I'm thinking as a bit of a trial, I wouldn't actually mind, you know, just chopping it back roughly like a bit of a hedge job and just see what difference it makes by next winter. I'll still get good ramification like this, and I want to see if there's much difference between doing it like this and then picking the shoots you want in winter, or staying on top of it and picking all the shoots you want all through the whole summer, which means that when you come winter you've got nothing really to cut off, you just let it go dormant. But like this, you'll definitely have to go in and shoot select in winter, but it'll be easy to see, whereas if I do it now it's pretty hard to see with all this growth on here. So, bit of an experiment, and if this seems to work out alright, we'll see. If it works out alright, and I still get good ramification just by giving it a rough cut back, then what I'm going to do is maybe take up this method all the time. I think this method Walter Paul uses, but he's even more rough than me. He really does just give it a once over hedge. But that's pretty much what I'm doing. Just cutting everything back reasonably short, which means that all your weaker buds will now shoot out, and it'll help ramify and even out the strength of the tree, so that it's not all in one area. The whole tree is nice and strong. You still got to keep a bit of an eye on you know, branches that you're trying to elongate and things like that. Just a little bit. Yeah, don't go too crazy on areas where you want to fatten up. And I'm pretty sure the ramification of getting 1 year won't be enough to cause massive swelling if you keep doing this. Don't think it'll be too bad in 1 year. Where you get the massive swelling at a knuckle is when you let them really grow out, a bit like this one, but if you had 4 or 5, really let them grow out, then maybe you'll get, you know, big fat knuckle. But I think in 1 year this is fine. You can go back and choose. You have plenty of shoots to choose from come winter, and you'll be able to see what you're doing. Anyway, that's the theory. So I'm going to do some trees like this year, and some trees I'm going to cut back to 2 shoots, and really be careful to select the ones that I want to keep. You can see it's been pretty rough, leaving whatever shoots are there. Oh, another thing I'll show you too, I'll show you now actually, is that while I come out to do this video, it was dead calm. The wind just picked up from nothing to 30-40 knots of wind and it just went crazy. The dog got scared, ran inside. Yeah, a bit of a change coming through. Anyway, I'll show you that now and then come back to the pruning. Dog sneezing now, all the dust in the air. Went from nothing to this. And like 30 knot winds in no time at all. Leo's hiding. Okay, bud, it's alright. It's okay, I know it got windy. Hey, you right? Come here. Papa. Come here, bud. Hey, it was dead calm before, wasn't it, bud? Now look at it. Leave the cat alone, or you're gonna get bopped. Hey, you're a good boy. Hey, that was scary, wasn't it? It went from 0 knots to like 40 in about 5 seconds. And now it's dropping out again. Yeah, you right, bud? You right? Come here, bud. You snoozing boy, come up. Puppy. Hey. You right? Oh, can't bend down to pat you, buddy. Buddy back's flying up again. Hey, bud. Okay, you've seen the video now. Let's get back to it. Okay, that's pretty much it. All trimmed back. I'm actually going to leave this branch just for the summer, see what comes of it. And if it really fattens up quick, I might even be tempted to try and do another low branch down here, rather than just have this taller tree. I might even be tempted to do a low branch down there, but we'll see how much it fattens up. If it doesn't fatten up much, I'm not going to worry because it'll just take too long, but we'll see. Now once you've got it like that and it's fairly well cut back, if you want to, you can then go and prune in a little bit just to create some unevenness in the canopy so it's not quite so symmetrical. Just cutting in a few parts. So you can see that, you know, makes it a little bit less symmetrical. Just be a little bit careful where exactly you cutting, because you're cutting inside the canopy now a little bit, so you could end up cutting off a major branch if you're just hacking too hard. Okay, so that's pretty good, pretty happy with that. So you can see the outside silhouette of the tree now has a few different height branches, a little bit of different length around the place, just to create more visual interest. That's all you want to do, more visual interest. That's another way you can do it, by creating, you know, unevenness in the pads, which makes it look like a little bit of a billowy effect. Yeah, billowy effect, yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's that. You can see now you've got individual sort of areas. You right, bud? You right, puppy? Got something up his snoz, poor boy. So I'm going to leave the back one, leave the side one, pretty much done. Last thing to do, get this air compressor and just blow the table up. That's it. Done. No worries. I'll give you a bit of a spin of the tree on the way out. Cheers for watching. Bit of a quick video. I'll give you a close-up as well on the way out. No worries. Cheers for watching. Aussie Bonsai Bloke. Tell your mates. Like, share, subscribe. Cheers for all the support. And I'll give you a spin. Cheers. Oh, one thing I was going to say. Oh, here's another one of those freaking caterpillars. Die, boy, die. Anyway, one thing I was going to say is that other video I did that carving on. Silly me. Absolute dum-dum. If I'd turned off half the lights on one side, it would have created shadows for the carving, so... Anyway, why I didn't think of that before, I don't know. I'll give you a quick spin of the tree with one side lights off and see if you agree. You'll get a few more shadows, I think. Ready? Okay, there's one side off, one side on. And I'll give you a close-up like this as well, and let me know what you think. If you get the close-up spin, I'll do it with all the lights on. But first I'll do it with only half on first, and then the second spin will be with all the lights on. Let me know what you reckon looks better for the final spin, and then I'll try and do that in the future, because it does create more shadow, which I think would be more interesting as far as looking at the tree as well for the final spin. But let me know what you think, and I'll see what I can do. Cheers!